All right. We're good over here. Camera's alive. We are good. CK's watching highlights of Cuse. We're back in it, man. We are back in it. What's good, Knicks Nation? What's happening, yo? What a way to bounce back after a letdown against Orlando. Knicks get a win against Brooklyn. So let's get into this. The Knicks are continuing their road trip, heading back from the Magic Kingdom, going back to New York to face the Brooklyn Nets in what I call their summer home. All right. And starting off, it looked like it was going to be a close one between the Knicks and the Nets, but thankfully in the second half, Karl-Anthony Towns, who had a strong start in this one, decided to go nuclear and finish this game with 37 points, going 14 of 20, get you 12 boards, 3 assists, get 2 blocks and 1 steal on the night. My man went nuclear, was a plus 25, and would lead the charge for the New York Knicks to demolish the Brooklyn Nets 113-100. This game wasn't close in the second half. And of course, you got contributions from Jalen Brunson, who got you 27 points. Josh Hart doing his damn thing, just being controlled chaos, causing turnovers, initiating the break, and getting those boards. And then Jordan Clarkson coming off the bench and giving you an efficient 12 points to subsidize this scoring output against the woeful Brooklyn Nets, led by none other than Michael Porter Jr. himself. So let's get into it, man. It was a good one for the New York Knicks. With me on the other side is my guy CK2K, as you know him, the play-by-play extraordinaire. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button for your boy. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. We're taking calls by Discord tonight. You already know what the drill is. So if you want to get your takes off, make sure to download the app, go to the web browser, whatever fits your fancy. We want to hear your takes tonight. So let's get into this, man. This is a nice bounce back. Kind of expected, you know, CK, but a good win for the New York Knicks. How you feeling?
Win is a win is a win is a win. We needed it. Man, I feel like this weekend we were in shambles as a fan base. There's rumors thrown all over the place, trades, talks, and this needs to happen, that needs to happen. So, you know, this win couldn't have come in a better time. I don't care who it's against. I'm glad that we did continue the Nick Claxton losing streak for sure. That's always what I'm checking into when we're playing against Brooklyn. And you said to start off, the Nets led by Michael Porter Jr. Nah. The Nets led by Noah Clowney. That dude was killing us tonight from the 3-point line, but it wasn't enough because we were cooking, as you mentioned. Karl-Anthony Towns having a game that was definitely needed. I'm sure he was on the internet this weekend. So to have the night he had, congratulations to him. He 70%. We're going to talk about the numbers later, but big night for Cat. Definitely welcomed. Also threw in some defense there. We'll talk about that. Speaking of defense, Mikal Bridges, I thought he was making his fellow drafty mate of Michael Porter Jr. very uncomfortable tonight. So I have to show some love to my guy, Mikal. But man, it was a good game. We needed this. We needed a win, a comfortable win against a lowly team at this time of the season, while everybody is throwing blame and casting stones and blame and saying it's this person's fault and that person's fault. They're about to blame us next. Alex, is going to be on us if we lose again. So I think tonight was definitely necessary, and I'm excited for the Hornets game on Wednesday in NBA Cup play. So definitely a big win today.
Well, you already know what it is, CK. They'll blame the watch parties, the KFTV meetups if we continue to lose. So you know how the drill goes, man. But to your point, this was a surely needed win. Knicks go to 10-6 on the season. So solid win for them. Can't complain. But look, this is like what you want to see after a team that let go of the rope against the Orlando Magic. And let's just get into this. Karl-Anthony Towns, man, just phenomenal night for him. He is the player of the game just because, you know, you look at having a slow start against the Magic, not like having an okay second half, really getting to the free throw line against the Magic, but he hasn't really been his highly efficient self, the production that we were accustomed to last season, and we got that tonight. I mean, 37 points, 14 of 20 from the field, 3 of 4 from downtown, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 12 boards, 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. I mean, what more could you ask from this man in this game? And he made Nick Claxton look non-existent, right? Ghost out there. Claxton would be like my guy Sam Darnold when he played the Patriots, just seeing ghosts by the way he was playing. Cat got anything that he wanted tonight, whether it was driving down the lane, whether it was working the post, whether it was knocking down threes. I mean, he was just in his bag tonight. No other way to say it. And what I liked about Karl-Anthony Towns' game tonight, CK, is that he was very decisive. Because when we watch him, even when he drives, it's like he's not sure if he really wants to drive and go up for the basket, and sometimes thinking that he wants to just go get the foul and slow down the game. Tonight is how he should be playing every single night, being decisive, playing with aggression, knowing that you want to finish around the cup. That's how you're going to get to the free throw line, and that's how you're going to be playing at the level that we see tonight. Look at this highlight that we have here. Shout out to our producer, Gamba. I mean, look, that's the way that you want to see Towns, just getting down the lane and just finishing. And look, knocking down open threes as well. You want to see him just take the shots that he's comfortable taking, and I thought he did a phenomenal job in being decisive tonight.
Yeah, I like that. Well, shout out to Greg from the play-by-play today. But yeah, I like that his threes today were a lot closer to the line. I feel like that makes the 3-point shot a little bit easier to make. I know you got that ability, Towns, but while we're trying to get our shot back, let's take the easier three. And I feel like we saw it today, bro. I can't say enough. The 70% from the field. Again, I understand the conversation is going to be but it's against the Nets. I get you, but he needed this. Towns needed this type of a game because we were killing them for not just the loss in Orlando, but the win in Dallas. It just these slow starts and Alex put it perfectly, the indecisiveness against so many matchups that he should be cooking on a nightly basis. Tonight, I would argue, is probably one of, again, and this is giving Nick Clarkson way too much credit, but one of probably the tougher, in quotes, defensive matchups that he has seen compared to the likes of some of the other people that he was having a harder time with. And I feel like he handled it well. So, I think that Karl-Anthony Towns needed this game. Hopefully this is something that is a start of a good run for him, and it's not just because we played against Brooklyn. But yeah, player of the game. Again, unfortunately, we were doing too well, so he just couldn't get that 40 piece because we played so well that he had to come out of the game. But still, 37 points, 70% shooting, getting double-digit rebounds, and also those blocks. I see you, Towns. Hand up, getting the blocks in the paint. I'm proud of you on that. Let's go. Putting some effort defensively. Let's go, Towns. Go ahead.
Well,
We
look,
need that.
Well, look, CK, they had to pull him out early from this game
Yeah.
because he had that terrible fall. You saw him just like, just like taking his time. Looks like he was in excruciating pain. You were just, I was like, hold on 1 second. Are we actually about to lose another guy I was like, you cannot tell me that Brunson, OG, and Cat all get injured within like 2 weeks. This is just insane. And the whole point is to, pace for this season to get to April. What's going on here? Thankfully, he was able to get back to the bench on his own power. And then what happens next? He gets back into the game and then knocks down a three, and you're like, oh, okay, that's just fine. He's dealing with a little bit of a stinger probably, but he's completely fine. So I totally understand and totally reasonable to pull him early when you saw him take that nasty fall. So all good there. But let's get to our next guy, CK, because we got to go to the role player of the game, and that is Josh Hart. I thought Josh Hart had a solid game tonight. Shooting the ball wise, like he did what he had to do. He got his 7 points, 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 3 from downtown. We know he's not always going to light up the points column, but what he does do well is grab boards, get assists, cause turnovers, initiate the break, be a playmaker, and I thought he did a phenomenal job of that tonight. I mean, every time he grabbed a board, he was looking to push the pace, find guys out in transition, whether it was JB, Bridges, Towns, whoever it was. He was just looking to move the rock when he got up past the half-court line, and then you saw that just tally out an assist. And he probably could have gotten more assists if guys were just knocking down their shots. But still 7 assists is great for tonight. And I'm saying they could have knocked down more shots when they hit 51% of their shots tonight. And then on top of that, you just see how he's just a ball hawk, able to extend the play where a ball you think is about to go out of bounds, hops out of bounds, saves it, gets it to Bridges, I believe, and then Bridges just starts to lead at the other side. So I thought Josh Hart had another good game. He continues to show why he's just the Energizer Bunny for this team. Excellent performance by Josh Hart tonight.
Yeah, Josh Hart, he has that same thing that I'm looking for with Towns, and we said it is the being decisive with your decision making because yeah, he's one of those guys I feel like anytime he goes to the rack, he can score. I feel like there's very, very few people that can stop him from scoring at the rack. He did that a few times tonight, and I'm always happy to see him do that. But more importantly, like you're saying with the passing, making those decisions, not second guessing them, not going up for a shot and then midway through the shot thinking I'm going to jump and pass out of it. None of that was happening today from Hart. You saw you talk about the 7 assists. What I like is the 1 turnover. That's huge for him. 12 rebounds. We know Hart loves to get those long rebounds. He fights for the boards. Appreciate him on that. But yeah, I think it's warranted. I'm okay with him getting that. I mean, he filled up every stat. Every stat. Even that one pesky turnover we talked about. I'm talking about right now. But 2 steals, 2 blocks on top of it. Did a little bit of everything. Exactly, especially in getting the start because of Shamit's injury or OG, whichever one you want to say is the reason why he started. To get that start and be that kind of glue guy in the great shooting night from Towns and the great shooting night from Brunson. Yeah, shout out to Jay Hart for this one. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. And then, as you mentioned, Jalen Brunson, we know what Cap can do, man. He is the Brunson burner for a reason. 27 points, 10 and 19 from the field, 4 and 9 from downtown. It was really quiet, man. When I looked at the stat sheet, I was like, he got like you felt Towns' impact tonight because Towns was certainly featured, but then you're like, okay, Brunson. Like you see Brunson score there, here, and then you're like, then you look at the stat sheet, you're like, wait, he got 27. How did he get 27? When did that come? When did that come around? And then obviously the 4 and 9 from downtown, the 3 assists. He was obviously instrumental in getting this win, but you felt like tonight was just like a cruiser type night for him. He got his, but he didn't have to work too hard based on like just making it look way too easy tonight.
Yeah, no, like you said, captain was being the captain tonight. He was scoring in those little lull moments where we needed some push. JB figured it out, got it going, and then we started spraying the ball out again. It was really timely with the buckets he had, but so timely to the point where you don't remember them because they were the like perfect placeholders when it felt like we were starting to slip up a little bit with the lead, and JB just gave us a run, and then you were like you said, the Towns scoring just seemed so much louder because of it, but we wouldn't have a lot of those instances without the captain being the captain. 27 points tonight. Again, we're going to be talking about 50s across the board because he had a 50% shooting night on his own with 53% from the field. And like you said, with the threes, yeah, JB just being JB, the captain doing his thing and, getting right to his season average, and we're ready to go play Charlotte. So shout out to JB, man.
Yeah, man, this is like a really good night. It was a really good night for everybody. Just going down the line. I mean, Bridges also had a solid and efficient night as well. He contributed in a multitude of fashions, whether it's grabbing boards, creating assists, just the efficient scoring as well. His efficiency in scoring the season is just through the roof, man. I mean, 6 for 11 to get 16 points is just off the chains for him at this point. Really just need his free throws, and he knocked both of them down tonight. But yo, man, just get over 90. You can have that 50-40 to 90 split. You can have that. You're so close, man, this season. Just do it. But yeah, Bridges, man, just another guy who was causing turnovers, just playing a good, solid floor game and providing timely scoring when needed as well. You can tell that he looks very comfortable in what they're trying to run through just this Mike Brown offense as well, man. Anybody else that you want to talk about tonight that you thought had a solid performance?
Yeah, I want to split some time between 2 players, and that was RL Hook-Porty and Tyler Kolek. I feel like in their roles, I feel like they really did shine tonight. I know statistically it's not gonna be really like, okay, there's not much to really say, but I really like Tyler Kolek tonight in a sense of like we talked about with Hart, but pushing the pace. When he went out there, everything he did had purpose. We saw him in Bridges in that third quarter have a run of back-to-back really solid plays. Kolek was also stepping up defensively. He did a great Jalen Brunson impression on drawing a charge on I forgot who it was on the drive, but he pulled it. He got a charge in a very Brunson type way because it was like he was hiding behind. I think it was either Hook-Porty or Towns, steps to the side, perfectly in place, takes the charge. I thought Kolek did a lot of really nice things tonight to keep the ball rolling while Brunson was on the bench. And I gotta give Hook-Porty credit because man, with Robinson out tonight, you're the number one thing you're always looking for is A, interior defense, and B, rebounding. And it's like, again, it was like a Mitchell Robinson light as far as the offensive rebounds. Even if there was times where he didn't get the board, there'd be like 3 Nets players going after that rebound, and you see Hook-Porty right in the middle of it, hustling with them, trying to get that board, whether it went out of bounds or they would eventually get the board, or Hook-Porty would pull in one of his, I think he had 2 offensive rebounds of his 4. So I got to give them some credit. Again, not really the loudest of statistical nights, but those 2, it was just nice to see them get some burn while we have injuries, and I feel like do a lot of the the little busy work that we need to maintain these leads when our starters aren't going to the bench.
Yeah, absolutely. And tonight, when you're playing a team like the Brooklyn Nets, and even though it wasn't like the most dominant win that we've seen the Knicks do against teams, it's still good to see these young guys get out there and get some production. That being Kolek and Hook-Porty, just because with these injuries that you mentioned, CK, you want to get these guys reps so that way they build confidence, and that way Mike Brown can build trust and utilize these guys as the season wears on. And you got to be thinking that, hey, you want to give guys a rest at some point. It's still early in the season, but you know how like the Spurs and other teams do. When I say Spurs, I'm like thinking like Tim Duncan years where, oh, this guy's dealing with like, a faux injury. And it's just like, all right, we're just giving him a break, man, because we don't need to like extend him that much. And when you have times like that, you got to make sure that your guys who are going to call up, your replacements, are capable of performing. And I thought Kolek and Hook-Porty did a solid job tonight. I like Hook-Porty's energy, man. That honestly, from like a center perspective, he's constantly hustling up and down the court. I like how he's able to fill the gaps when he's setting his screen and rolling. I would like to see him get more minutes. I know Yabusele got 12 minutes, so they kind of split time evenly. Still looking for Yabu just to like fully fit in and just be that player that the Knicks thought they were going to get, and I know they're going to give him some time. But, when you don't have a traditional center out there like Mitch, and you don't want to just extend or expend Towns, all 40-some-odd minutes, I do like seeing Hook-Porty get out there, and I like his opportunities just because you will need him as the season goes on, especially with Mitch, who's not looking 100% correct right now. So I think Hook-Porty getting some time and just getting those reps is going to be very important for this team moving forward. So I like that they were able to get some minutes and produce tonight. So yeah, man, good stuff right there. We'll continue to get through all of it. Salute to Knicks Nation. Thank you all for tuning for another KFTV Postgame Live. Make sure that thumbs up button for your boys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. All right, shout out to all of our franchise channel members. We see you all in here. I see first and foremost, man, got to give the salute to all the regulars, John Talento, JJ, Junior Karoma. I see you guys in here. KG7 shout out to you as well, my man. Got to give a shout out to the Chief Modern Operation who keeps everything in line. TM, I see you in here as well. Shout out to you. We got Aggravated Man in here. Shout out to you for being a franchise channel member. We got Atla the Great. Shout out to you for being a franchise channel member as well. We got Jamaica Queens in here. We got Dr. D-Roy Bromwell. Shout out to you, my man. Big ups. What's going on? We got the Shells in here. Shout out to you. Yeah, man, we got a lot of the regulars in here. We got Wise Guy as well. Shout out to all you guys above the rim. I see you, my guy. We got Nuclear along too. Shout out to you for being a franchise channel member. Shout out to all you guys for tuning in and joining us. And before we get to some of your calls, let's get to key stats of the night brought to you by DraftKings. So let's talk about some of the key stats tonight, CK, because hey, it was a good win for the Knicks. So let's look into the details. Let's not be as aggravated as we were when we were watching the match.
Tonight.
Yeah, this one's gonna be good. This one's gonna be good.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know how you feel about the free throws tonight, but we'll see. We'll get to that.
Oh boy.
All right, so the Knicks won 113-100 tonight, and they shot the lights out very well. And because of that, they didn't necessarily need to win the rebound battle. Nets barely won that one, 44-43. Knicks would win the assist battle, 28-19. Knicks would then win these categories consecutively. Steals 6-5. They won that one. They would win the block battle 6-1, and they would win the turnover battle 8-10. And here's where the Knicks outshined against the Nets. They just shot the ball so well. I'd like to see the three-point percentage get back up to what they were doing at the beginning of the season, since they rely heavily on the three. Nonetheless, they still shot better than the Nets tonight, but they shot 51% from the field, 34% from downtown, and then 79% from the free throw line. We'll get CK's take on that one in a second. But here's where the Knicks also defeated the Nets. They won points in the paint battle. They dominated this category, 52-30. Second chance opportunities, not so much, but you don't need as many second chance opportunities if you're shooting the ball well. So the Nets would win this one 20-11, and then the Nets would slightly edge out the Knicks in the fast break points category, 13-10. Overall, Knicks did a solid job to get this win. CK, what are your thoughts? And what do you think about the free throws, man? Because you're Mr. Free Throws, all right?
Well, I'm giving it a slide tonight because if you look at the free throws we missed, there was one from Hart. He only shot the one. Would have liked that one, but the other two were Hook-Porty. Hook-Porty, not the greatest free throw shooter. Would have loved to split those as well. But if those are our only misses, I'll let it slide because Bridges, when he got to the line, made his two. Towns, all six of his went down. Brunson made all of his. So the guys that, like the Brunsons and the Towns, when we see them missing 2 and 3 free throws, and it's just like it's a head scratcher, they got them done. So Hook-Porty, I'm gonna give you a slide. That's not your thing, but get in the gym. And Hart, you had one opportunity, blew it, not a big deal. So 11 for 14, yeah, it equals 79%. I'm not tripping about it. But yeah, my favorite, my stat of the night was definitely, you mentioned it, was the points in the paint for me. Because we love to talk so much about the threes, and some Knicks fans are still not completely sold on this idea of taking the three, and we saw it a lot tonight where they were trying to defer to the three ball, but we also did a very good job of attacking the interior, scoring in the paint. Clarkson's one of my favorite players this year at attacking and scoring in the paint. I thought he did a good job with that tonight. But yeah, seeing the differential there. If I were to choose, that was my stat of the night because got to get the easy ones, make it work. We beat them by what, 26 in that? Was that? Do you have it right in front of your face? It was like 52 to 30. So we beat them by like 22 points in the paint. So that would be my stat of the night. But to speak on free throws, they get a slide tonight. 11 for 14 ain't terrible. I'll take it.
There you go. And then if you want to talk about switching it up and not being so heavily reliant on the threes that this team is, they weren't that tonight. They didn't even make their 3-point attempt average that they have on the season. Right now, throughout the season, they are averaging 43 3-pointers per game. Tonight, they only attempted 35. So a nice little shift in balance to attack the paint, because out of the 88 field goals, 35 were from downtown. So that means the rest was, 2 points or anything with inside. And I like that balance where they're able to get downhill and attack the interior, just get easier and better looks. And they certainly did that when, Nets are just not capable of doing that. Nets don't really have that type of interior defenses, especially when you have somebody like Karl-Anthony Towns who's able to body Nick Clarkson. Don't got to worry about that at all. But, hey, man, solid night for the Knicks. So you like the points in the paint category. I like that they were able to shoot the ball well for the most part and really were attacking inside as well. So there we go. And low turnover rate, man. I like the low turnover rate.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, New York. Appreciate it. And let's remember, this is Key Stats of the Night, brought to you by DraftKings. All your favorite NBA players are back, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. New customers bet just $5 and get 3 months of NBA League Pass. Plus, score $300 if your bet wins, paid in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code KFTV. That's promo code KFTV. Bet $5 and get 3 months of League Pass, plus get $300 in bonus bets if your bets win. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort. Pass-through of per-wage tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer. Remember to use that promo code KFTV. Bet $5 and get 3 months of League Pass. Plus, get $300 in bonus bets if your bets win. All right, the crown is yours. All right, now let's get back to the show. And hey, we got people on the line right now, man. So CK, we're gonna get to some of these callers because we got to hear what they're saying, how they're feeling tonight. And first and foremost, let's start off with the KnicksFix. KnicksFix, how you doing, my man? How do you feel about tonight's win?
CK, Alex, what's going on, fellas?
Doing well, man. How you feeling? You were on 4 on Saturday. Has it dropped a little bit after beating the Nets, or are you still concerned, even though we beat the Nets tonight?
All right, so I'll say it's gone down to a 3. All right, we're trending downward. Not totally fully relieved because of the Nets, right? We needed this game, right? This game from Cat. So Cat exploded offensively tonight. His shot was on point. I mean, that's exactly what we've been waiting on the entire season so far. The only thing is, man, when he threw that lob to Yabusele, I was like, yo, send this man to Beijing, bro. He couldn't get off the floor. I'm like, yo, is this the same guy who dunked on LeBron, yo? Oh my
You know,
god.
they did a whole piece about it in the same game, and then that play happened. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah. And then, yeah, man. I mean, Yabu, I think he hit like 1 3 tonight. But that's the thing. I think it's just a couple of things they need to clean up. I feel like, so Jordan Clarkson and Yabu in the game at the same time, there's like almost no perimeter defense with that lineup. Deuce, his shot is looking kind of funny, man, but it's he's basically our best defender next to Mikhail right now. And yeah, that's the thing, man. So let's see. Hopefully we build momentum, right? We take that Charlotte game, clean up some more, and then now we can get to the Milwaukee game. Because I think Mike Breen said it tonight, right? If we win the next 2 games, we advance in the cup, right? The Interny Cup.
That's
So
right.
Yeah.
let's see. Like let's put together these 2 wins back to back, and then now you got 2 competitive games with like Toronto and Milwaukee. So I'll take tonight's game, man. But no more Yabu dunks, fellas. Have a good one, man.
Yeah, have a good one, KnicksFix. And yo, I was like, hold on one second. Did Cat think he was out there with Mitchell Robinson? Did he think he was out there with Rudy Gobert? Hold on one second. Because Cat can throw the lob. He's actually known as like one of the big men that can throw a lob to another big man. You just chose the wrong big man tonight.
That was fine. No, Alex, but they did a whole thing on MSG talking about the dunk on LeBron in the Olympics. So he threw it to the right guy because apparently this guy is this soaring, Frenchman. But apparently not, bro. They said in the chat that Yabu can't even dunk over an iPhone 7, bro. I was over it. I was like, oh, I'm sick of him, man. I'm sick of the chat. I'm sick of the chat. Yeah, they said he can't even jump over a paperclip. I'm like, all right, y'all got it, man. Y'all leave Yabu alone. But yeah, it was not great. It was not great. The pass was fine.
Pass was fine, yeah. It wasn't bad at all, but it was like
the pass was
the guy just hasn't gotten into any rhythm yet. I mean,
at all, bro.
It is just tough, man. Absolutely tough. Man. Like I don't know, man. I mean, I feel bad just constantly. It feels like we're bashing this guy, but yet it seems like he's taking it in stride just because every day we're getting a game day post, on all social. So he must be happy to be in New York Knick. He's like, yo, this is my time. Doesn't matter. If the Knicks win a chip and they trade me, I still get a ring. Don't matter, man. I was here for part of it. I was here for training camp. But man,
Yabba do.
Yeah.
You know what his new nickname is?
Can't with you.
It gets worse. His new nickname, we don't like the old one, but unfortunately his new one is not much better. They're calling him Yabu Selling.
Sheesh. This is getting grim for you, man. You gotta turn this thing around.
They're killing him. Yeah, look at chat. Yabba dabba do shot to Zach. Yeah, yabba dabba do.
You know what the thing is, CK? We always need somebody on this team every year who we can bash. We need somebody. Right. All right. So Yabu, I'm sorry that it has to be you, man, but it is you this season. And let me say this: it is not as bad as it could be. We've seen Elfrid Payton, Evan Fournier. Damn, we saw even Campaign last season.
Yeah, man.
This is, let me say, like, honestly, and he's lucky that he's not like like a mainstay that's constantly like integrated into the rotation. Like he's getting a lot of minutes right now because there's a lot of injuries going on, right? And they're like, hey, we paid this guy. We at least got to like give him shots to see if he can, produce. But it could be a lot worse, man. So if you feel bad, just, go reach out to Campaign. Elfrid Payton, just know that it could be 10 times worse.
It's just he's doing it to himself, man. Like we're trying. I'm trying so hard to fight for him. Like when he hit that 3, because there was a little bit of fade to it in the corner. I was like, all right, hold on, man. Yabu's all right. We're okay. But his second field goal was that alley-oop where he forgot to jump. We're trying. He's got to help us out. He's got to help us out.
He's got to, man. He's absolutely got to. And man, just tough.
Sure.
And I got to ask you right now, do you want to see more Hook-Porty minutes, or are you still willing to give Yabu some opportunities to, work on his game and get out there and show that he can be a true contributor to this roster?
The analyst NBA answer is because we paid him, I want to still give him a chance to try and snap out of this. The CK answer is I'm ready for a DOR or a Hook-Porty, elevation, because it's not even like he's out there playing 15, 18 minutes a night. He's getting like a what, like a when we're healthy, like what, like a 3-minute, 4-minute little stretch. Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm looking at a DOR. I'm looking at Hook-Porty. It depends on if it's a night without Mitch or something like that, or even with Mitch. I'm looking at one of those two guys to fill that 3-4 minute spot on a more consistent basis. But realistically, because we paid him, you gotta hope that he plays himself out of whatever this trance is. But he's running out of time because he's not helping himself, man.
He's not helping himself, and we all know that. I think it's like December, what was it, 12th, 15th? That's usually like the guys that you sign that you're capable of trading. So,
Trading, yeah.
they're looking, they're definitely going to be looking at him and seeing what he can do because look, man, even though it's a good win, I'm sure that this front office is still looking at the season and looking at what happened to the Magic and saying, hey, we still got to keep, options open on upgrading and some aspects. And, yesterday, CP and I did Knicks Weekly and we talked about potential positions between, point guard, wing, center, areas of need, just because Mitch ain't right. You're without OG right now. And then we know what it looks like when Brunson is out. So I'm going to ask you the same question I asked CP. At what position are you looking to add to this trade deadline?
Oh man, this is so selfish. I can never have enough um wings, bro. I just feel like when you go away from Bridges and OG, we get real small. You know what I mean? I don't know where. If you're gonna say, well, give me a name, I don't have one for you yet. I want to see the market because there's still players right now that are on teams that possibly could be available. But God, I'm looking at wings, man. I just feel like we need that one more guy that's off the bench at that can play that three. Maybe they could play a little two. Maybe they can even stretch out the four. Who is that name? I'll get back to you when we get closer to the deadline. But if I'm looking for somebody at the deadline, that is what I want. I just want somebody that's not named OG or Mikal Bridges that is serviceable off the bench that plays the three predominantly, a little bit of two, a little bit of four. That's the position I'm looking at.
So you are also in the wing category. There you go.
Yeah.
You're with CP looking at the wing position.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was
People,
CP's answer too. No, that's 100% what I would look for sure. I
yeah,
think
he's
that's
looking at the wing, and I'm. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, because look at it, because a lot of our lineups, especially now without OG, we're seeing lineups of three little people out there. Peace and love. Or we saw a lineup tonight of Deuce, Kolek, and Brunson. You know what I mean? Like that's cool, especially against the Brooklyn Nets. But when we're in these playoff runs and stuff like that, and you got the Detroits out there that are doing what they're doing, spread out and stuff like that. Like I just feel like we need that third wing. I'm not
Mm.
saying we need to go out there and get a all-star 15-point a game wing. No, we need a third wing that can come off the bench and give us those solid like 12, 13 minutes off the bench at that position that can play a two, could play a four, but is predominantly like a wing. That's just what I think we should look for. I know people are gonna be like, Diawara. I already know they're gonna say Diawara, he's the guy. Maybe in a year or two, sure. But I'm talking about if we're in win now mode, I need like a vet or somebody ready to rock right now off the bench. That's what I need.
Armin, do it. A shout out to you for being a franchise channel. Said Wing Center sounds like a restaurant chain. Hey, man. Sounds delicious to me. Not gonna lie.
It sounds great. It sounds great. Yeah. I could use some Wing Center right now.
Wing Center, competing with Wingstop. But what is it? Let's see what else we got in here. Good people in the chat. TM, please put up a poll. I want to know what people think we need. What are your needs? What are your trade deadline needs? Are you looking at the point guard? Are you looking at the wing? Or are you looking at the center? I see John Talento saying get a center. I'm seeing Wise Guy say Keon Ellis. We have Mine for Reek 315 saying Sadiq Bey, another Nova boy. So people are going with the wings. We got Billy R saying wing. People all over the place, man. People are all over the place and what they want to say, what they think the Knicks need.
I like Sadiq because we could save him from himself. Because, like I said, the guy we would bring was somebody that can give, that's a solid player, but only has to play like a limited, like, at the most, maybe like a 15 on a night where we need him maybe 18. I think that's a good spot for Saddiq Bey. Saddiq Bey's still trying to squeeze out that potential that everyone thought that he had in his run right now. And I feel like if he comes to the Knicks and has that kind of a role, I feel like that's a kind of like rejuvenation he would need. So I like the Saddiq Bey shout. That's a good shout.
It is a good one. For sure, it is a good one. Currently, right now, he is in New Orleans. So, that team is reeling. So
Right.
they could potentially, just do wholesale deals and not really worry. And right now he's averaging, good God, this man's averaging 26 minutes per game. He's played in 16.
See what I'm saying?
Woo!
Yeah. Trying to save him from himself. What's he doing in that time?
Shooting decently from 3, 35%.
Like that.
All right. From the field, 41%. So, it's okay. Not great. It could be better. But 70% from the free throw line. So we know that you'd be pulling out your hair. But he's averaging close to 12 points.
See? Yeah, no. Okay. I'm gonna keep an eye. I'm gonna keep an eye on Saddiq. I like that one. That was a good shout.
That is a good one, man. That is a good choice. I don't know, man. I'm kind of looking at the center position just because, like, with Mitch and
that's fair.
Like, there's nothing wrong with the wing. I'm totally comfortable with the wing. If that's the way the Knicks go, I'm looking at the center position too, just because Mitch hasn't looked fully healthy yet, and like Yabu, obviously, that's been like the de facto small ball 5 type thing going on. It's like, all right, man. Like, to tell me that you're gonna follow up Karl-Anthony Towns being your rim protector with Yabu is that's rough. That is rough. And then Huck, look, man, I like Huck. I like that he's getting minutes. So I think he's polished enough to be playing, big minutes. I hope I'm wrong. He would need to get more time to get more comfortable. But I think if you're going to look for a center, like a Nick Richardson, like 3rd string backup, something like that. I know he's higher than that right now, but something like that where you can just plug and play and just look at somebody that you can just use off the bench. You know what I mean? Just something someone like that. That's simple. Just because it's just going to be tough, man. Just going to be tough if you're going to have. If you're just unsure about Mitch. And I think he'll get correct. I think he'll be right by the time the postseason comes around. But, you still need insurance regardless.
Yeah. I'm not upset with that. I'm not upset. I know a lot of people are talking about point. I'm cool on point guard. But, yeah, if I wasn't going to say wing, I'm with you on center. I like that. I'm okay with that.
I think we have enough to create offensively.
Me too. Yeah.
Like, and I know that was like a big thing that I was discussing, like, and the concern with Cole, but seeing Mike Brown's offense and how everyone's initiating and the comfort, I think they can do by committee if, for whatever reason. If you wanted to give Jalen Brunson some rest, I think they could sustain themselves while he's resting. So get me either a wing or a center. That's where I'm looking at right now. Salute to Knicks Nation. Thank you all for tuning for another KFTV Postgame Live. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Okay. And let's shout out another sponsor that we got tonight. All right. And our other sponsor is Doer. All right. So let me tell you about Doer. Simply put, Doer makes the world's most comfortable pants without having to sacrifice style. Trust me. Once you try these, they'll be your go-to. Get a pair for yourself or as an amazing holiday gift. Go to shopdoer.com/KFTV. You'll get 15% off your first order. And don't forget to check out their Black Friday sale from November 28th to December 1st. So go to shopdoer.com/KFTV. That's doer.com. DUER.com/KFTV. Okay. You get 15% off your first order. And they got the Black Friday sale going from November 28th to December 1st. So go make sure to support our sponsor because, hey, man, don't you want some comfortable pants? You don't want to be walking around just be like scratching and doing whatnot. You want to be out there feeling like you're relaxed. So go make sure to go support Doer, man.
You got so aggressive. Alex really wants y'all to have some comfortable pants.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. You don't know those back in the day where you were wearing jeans that are just like, I don't know, man. It's like wearing a brick. You know what I mean? Like you had to like break those things in. It's like, damn, throw them through the wash like 20 times before they became comfortable.
This takes that out. I'm with you, man.
Restricting you in all areas you don't need to be restricted. Come on, man. You know the deal. You know the deal. Hey, hands up. Nah, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. You
went with the Drewski. You went with the Drewski. You went with the Drewski.
No, I'm with you. I'm just backing off. I'm just saying I'm on your team. I'm on your side. Yeah. Get comfy, but you getting aggressive. Like, get some pants. Yeah, I'm with you. Stop doing it, man. No, I'm with you. I agree. I was there with you. And that's why a lot of the time we had to wear basketball shorts, because we just don't want to. You don't want to feel the uncomfortable of the pants. And you also always want to be ready for hoops at any time. Oh, the question is up. Who did it? Which upgrade would help the team the most? Point, wing, center, everything. Are we gonna check in on that later?
See?
Everything is crazy. I just noticed that response. Just noticed that option.
Bro, that is like when what was it? What year was it? The Knicks, like, where they're like breaking down what are the needs for the Knicks, and they had everything. I was like,
draft,
damn.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. This is really some lows, man.
Yeah, we've been through it, man. I remember that draft.
I know you're a Saints fan, but it's like even being a Jets fan and just seeing like, what are your needs? Everything, man. What do you mean?
All of it.
All the way up to the coaching staff. Although I do like Aaron Glenn. I'd say give him some time, man. Give him some time. But
yeah,
hey,
I feel the same way about Moore. I don't Anyways, why are we talking about football? I've given up football for this season.
Hey,
I feel like everyone in this chat, everybody here has given up football. Giants fans,
you're a
Jets
Buffalo
fans,
Bills
me and my
fan.
Saints. True, yeah, unless
Or if you're one of those unique Connecticut fans where you get to support, the teams between Boston and New York City, because you got some Yankees, Patriots fans that are out there, Celtics and all that stuff, Rangers, man, how it goes. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's as interesting as the fan base was like, oh yeah, man, I root for the Yankees, Cowboys, and Lakers. It's like, okay. You know how it is. I'm right, CK. I'm right.
100%. I see them every day. You're right. It doesn't matter where you are. You're going to see them. You could be in New York. You're going to have that combo. Be out here in LA. You can have that combo. You be in Texas. You're going to have that combo. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It is absolutely crazy indeed, bro. Absolutely crazy indeed. Let's get back to the phones. We got Keith Cap, 22 on the line. Keith Cap, are you there?
What's going on, guys?
What's going on, man? How you doing? How you feeling about tonight's game?
I think it was regardless that we played the Brooklyn Nets, I think, like, as far as like the winning level, I think this was a very good confidence booster for the Knicks. I think that they all needed it. Cat needed it. I mean, we saw Cat go down, and I held my breath, but he seemed to get right back up, hit a three, and we seemed fine. I think the bench played great. I think Kolek and Hook-Porty gave great minutes. I really wanted Yabusele to bang that alley-oop, but, he's still a work in progress. But I think it was a good confidence booster, and I think that if we get Charlotte on Wednesday, I think we'll be in good shape, and we'll be getting back to the New York Knicks form that we all know and love.
Okay. I hear you on that. Is there any team how do you feel about the Bucks this upcoming week? You looking forward to the Knicks you got confidence that they're going to take down the Bucks if they get that win after the Hornets?
Yes, because I think we've definitely seen there's a lot of players on this team that wear their hearts on their sleeves. And I think like Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, and like even Deuce, like once they get in like a rhythm and they know like they want to beat this team after they got exposed last time, like they know to get that job done. Like they have this circle on their calendar, and I think that it's going to be difficult, but I think we're going to be able to pull it off.
Okay. Appreciate the call, Keith. Appreciate you for
no
tapping
problem.
in,
Thank you, guys.
How are you, Keith?
And that was Keith on the line. That was Keith Cap. Rate that call in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. Let us know what you thought about Keith's call. He says he believes in the Knicks taking down the Milwaukee Bucks, which will be this Friday, the last game of the NBA Cup tournament. And hey, the Knicks need to win both Wednesday and Friday to advance. So, do or die for the New York Knicks starting Wednesday. So let's see what they do, man. But if you're Keith, you got confidence, man. You got to believe that the Knicks are capable of doing it. And who knows? As of right now, Giannis, is Giannis even playing? Watch this man return. Right? Watch this man return for the New York Knicks.
I mean, Friday, he might return by then. By Friday.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. It's like, all right, you get some rest. Oh, hold on one second. Last in-season tournament game and against New York, this man's going to be looking healthy. That's just how it happens, man.
For sure.
It's just how it happens.
Well, we want it. We want all the smoke. So I hope he is healthy.
Man. I hope he is healthy too, man. I want to face guys at full strength, man. That's how I want to see it. That's how you get the full test for New York, man. That's how you get the full test. Let's keep going down the line, man. We got STG Knick on the line. STG Knick, how's it going, bro?
It's going good. Good to get another win. Second one on the road, if you want to call it a road game, because the Knicks fans were in there heavy. Definitely. Knicks fans overtook the place for sure. But I like how they came out midway through in that third quarter, because Brooklyn hung around, especially in that midway through the second quarter. Knicks went up by 13, and then I thought they didn't close the half the best, and they allowed Brooklyn to get back in it. But I liked what I saw in the midway through the third quarter and the start of the fourth quarter. That's kind of where they really separated it. Noah Clowney out of nowhere just couldn't miss, but other than that, it was good to see Karl get going, because it's been a little bit of a struggle for him, but I think this could hopefully be a confidence booster in him going into, the next few games, or especially, Wednesday against Charlotte too. I think he has good matchups there. He didn't settle a ton for threes, which was nice too. I thought he did a good job of getting downhill when he had the good matchups. And the same thing I thought Jalen was excellent too. I felt like a quiet 27, efficient. And then, I thought they all played solid. And then it is what it is. It's the Nets. I'll take it. At least it's not what happened against Dallas. I did not want another Dallas game.
Ooh, yeah,
this is true. Were you in the building today, Nick?
Yeah, I was. Yes.
My man is always traveling, supporting the Orange and Blue. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that about you. And so what was the split, man? What would you say? 80-20 split, 80 being the New York Knicks fans?
I would say so, yeah. Out of all the road arenas I've been to along the East Coast, I would say, Brooklyn's always going to be the heaviest Knicks in terms of split. But, I'm telling you, they're louder in those other, Philly, they're loud. DC, they're loud. Miami, they're loud. I feel like here in New York, there's more Knicks fans, but they're not as loud as they are down in, those other places in the East Coast. For sure. Also, I got a question for you. Are you going to be up? Well, you're there, but are you going to be at the game in Boston next Tuesday?
That's a good question. That is a very good question. Let me go check my wallet real quick and see if I can go get to that one. My plan is to go, man. My plan is to go.
Nice. Well, I'll see you there if you're there.
All right, cool. All right, that's good to know. All right, Nick traveling all over the place. There we go. Appreciate the call as always, Nick.
Of course.
All right. Yeah, man. I like to go to the Knicks Celtics games, man. This would be a good time because Celtics down here. But I just like going, man. I also just like egg it on Celtics fans. They just hate me when I'm in the building.
Yeah,
they just hate me.
They're the best.
You said that Celtics fans are the best?
They're the best. Yeah, they're the absolute best. They're a treat.
Oh yeah,
they're the real joy.
Oh yeah, they're just so they're just so confident and everything going on. But it's actually funny this year, and being out there, they're like. It's like watching a cloud of depression just walk up and down the city block. It's like, yes, I'm excited about the team. They're like, it's like, oof.
Good.
It's like refreshing.
What you need to do is you need to walk around the streets with a cup in your hand so you can, get all the tears and, that'd be a great day. Great day.
I don't need to do that. I go outside and I rock this, bro. It's cold outside. It's cold. I rock my KFTV beanie. All right. I stomp. All right. I'm marching my colors. I don't hide it.
Yeah.
I'm proud out here, man. Proud. Okay. Might not wear the jet skier, but I do wear the Knicks gear.
I'll leave it.
But hey, is what it is, man. Is what it is. Are you worried about Mitchell Robinson right now? Let me ask you that question.
No.
No.
I could confidently say I'm not, worried is not the word I would use. No. It's early. I'm on record saying that I'm okay. When everyone was crying and upset that he missed the opener, I said I'm okay with him with this part-time schedule this season. I want him healthy in June. Like that's what I care the most, or sorry, May, whenever playoffs start. That's what I care the most about. So yeah, he like you've said it a few times. He does seem to be dealing with something because like the Dallas and the Orlando game, it was a little too easy to score in the paint on Mitch's watch, which is out of character for him. But to say that I'm worried, no, not yet. I'm not there yet. It's too soon for that. It's too soon.
We
for
have
that. We'll get it together.
we said I see people in the chat right now saying they are worried. I see John Talento in here saying that he's about Mitch. We got people who are concerned, man. And it's just, I think he hasn't looked like his true self like he did in the postseason, but
For sure.
it's still early. I'm still gonna give him some time to heal up and get right. But it's weird, man. Just weird. I just need time.
So basically, what Alex is saying, it's time to trade him for Anthony Davis. Okay,
All
next
right,
caller. Here we go.
You stop right there. You stop right there.
Next caller. Here we go. He won.
All right, since you want to bring it up, CK, because the whole thing is it was on social. You brought it up now. You brought it up now, and people are talking about it in this chat right now. You started. You literally you just started the flame. Well, people are talking about trading Karl-Anthony Towns for Anthony Davis. What were your thoughts when you started seeing that cross your social media airwaves?
Man, this is not 2K, bro. This is not NBA 2K. It makes zero sense. I've said it. I don't care how you feel about Towns. I don't care what. It's bad business. We're talking about trading for a dude that's not even on the court right now. So by just in sheer reality, I don't care what he does. Towns is going to outplay anything that we're gonna get from Davis. That is a gamble that is on Chauncey Billups levels, on Terry Rozier levels. It's just irresponsible. I understand the idea of Anthony Davis. I love the idea of what Anthony Davis once was. And you know what? Maybe by a stroke of luck, like we got with OG, that he comes to New York and is magically healthy. But I'm not taking that gamble on a guaranteed all-star stat line. He has his flaws. I'm not even the biggest of Karl-Anthony Towns fans, but I'm also not gonna be that stupid about thinking that it makes sense to just trade Towns for Davis when I'm not even sure Davis going to even be ready to play for the playoffs or even be productive in the playoffs. I get it. He's an MVP level guy. Just 2 seasons ago, he had a great season right before he moved to Dallas, but that's a dime in a dozen for him in his entire career. So no, it's an ignorant take. I get it because we're upset with Towns right now, but I need you to pump the brakes. In the words of Stephen A. Smith, lay off the weed for half a second and think about the decisions that you guys are tweeting right now. Slow down. Now, if there is a world where we have to make a trade that's like centered around Mitch and something else, then I guess I'm more willing to hear those kind of conversations, those kind of calls, because you're trading injury for injury, and in theory, you're getting more offensive from Davis if they're really trying to trade low. I just don't see that being realistic. But Towns for Davis, stay off the weed. It's not a good conversation for 2025. Peace and love. This is not 2K. That's how I feel.
My man said peace and love. You could add the beloved afterwards, and that would.
Beloved, bro. I'm just like I don't understand it. I stayed out of all those conversations, Alex, on Twitter. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I'm like, I understand we're frustrated, but guys, we're arguing about a trade for a dude. This man wore a Packers jersey longer than he's wore a Mavericks jersey. Like, what are we talking about? Like, no, look, it just doesn't make sense, man. It does not make sense, bro. So,
man,
I hope I
agree with
answered
you.
your question, Alex.
I agree with you 100%. I said the same thing. Like, this dude doesn't even play. He doesn't play. And on top of that, this is the other thing. So now, and I understand, and I'm with you. I'm not the biggest cat guy, but it's like the dude plays most of the season and is more productive than what Anthony Davis is doing right now. Like plain and simple. And what's crazy is this: why on God's earth? Forget even AD. We're going to talk about his injury, but now you talk about OG and Mitch, and then AD. That is like asking. That is like asking for the moons and the planets to align at once for everything to happen right. That is craziness.
Everyone on the medical staff quitting that night that trade happens. I'm telling you right now, our entire New York Knicks medical staff will quit the day that Shams tweet comes out. They're quitting. They're like, I'm not dealing with this. Enough. They're gone. They'll strike or quit. It just no.
Can you imagine the amount of work our medical staff would have to go through? Can you imagine?
You know what? They might not quit because then they need a raise. You're right. So they might not quit. They
might need a raise. I don't know, man. Right. How big is that raise? How big is that raise? That's the bigger question.
So it's gonna be a strike if anything. So they might not quit, but they're gonna make sure they get paid more. Oh, you might be right. You might be right.
You know what the other thing is? So because someone's gonna say it's like, hey, we were very healthy last season. Who knows? Maybe our medical staff could get AD right. Maybe.
Right. Man, that payday would be crazy. Getting AD the most games he's played on a team in the last last decade. Oh, that's big money right there, man. That's big money right there, man.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
no,
it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense, man. It completely does not make any sense. Keep Anthony Davis far away from this team, for the love of God.
But what if okay, and you played this hypothetical game. I'm gonna play it with you. What if they are truthfully selling low and it's more of like Mitch and friends and picks? Maybe a third team is in there, but it does not include like a Towns or like a big name. Are you willing to gamble that world, or you're just no AD in any way, shape, or form?
So the thing is, CK, and just making sure I'm getting
because finances, I know
the finances right. Because of the new CBA, you can't, like, we were over the first apron, so you have to exactly match salary. So the salary so the salary right now that he is making is
it 50?
It is 54 million.
Jeez, yeah, you're right. No, so we would have to do like an OG. It would have to be or a Cat.
No, it's going to be. It would have to be Cat. Cat would be like the closest thing, and then you got to think of like a Deuce McBride in that deal too.
Well, what's OG at for just the season? Not saying I want to do this. I don't want to hear be like, oh, CK wants to trade OG. No, I'm just talking financially. He's at what? He's 30, 20?
He's at, I'm pretty sure it's like 45 annual, like 45, 36 actually. He's making 39 right now.
Yeah, that wouldn't be. Yeah, you're right. That wouldn't add up.
Not enough.
Yep. All right. Never mind.
Not enough. So it would have to be a Cat like and Deuce type of deal to get that thing done. And I will gladly pass on that. And yeah, just keep moving. Not even going to talk about it anymore. We're done.
Yeah.
Let's
try to play the game, chat, but no, yeah, won't work. You're right.
Nope.
Right, chat.
Will not work at all. So let's keep moving. Let's get to another caller. CK, shout out to Knicks Nation. Appreciate y'all for tuning for another KFTV Postgame Live. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Let's get back to it. Hooper. This man's a hooper. Hooper, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
Feeling great. This was a good game. It seems just got to play better 3-point defense. Can't have this like last year.
Yeah, it's been bad 3-point defense, and even protecting the rim has been tough.
Yeah, I would like for more double big lineup action to help us a little bit more.
So you like the double big lineup, but even with Mitch injured right now, are you looking for more Hook-Porty then? Like, what are you looking for to get that double big lineup?
Hook-Porty's not. Hook-Porty can handle it. You just have to not foul. Just play defense without fouling, That's about it.
Okay. So you want to see Hook-Porty and Cat out there sharing the court at the same time. I mean, they did that game one. We haven't seen a lot of it moving forward, but that they have tried it.
Yeah, it's done. It's done all right. Needs a little work. Needs some more. Needs a lot more actually.
How are you feeling about this upcoming rest of the week? How are you feeling about the Knicks taking on the Hornets and the Bucks?
The Hornets are an easy victory. Should be blow them out the waters. And then the Bucks should be easy too. Another blowout win.
All
I expect
right.
our defense to be way better than what it is now against those guys. They don't have any of their star players,
Okay.
so it's
There
gonna
we
be
have
light
it.
work. Hope Landry's coming back soon, or guess we'll find out.
Yeah, not sure about Landry. I mean, he looked like he separated his shoulder. It looks like he's going to take some time to get back into
What do you think about
into the swing.
what do you think about bringing back Garrison Matthews while Landry's out? What's your thoughts on that?
Appreciate the call, Hooper. Bring it. What do we think about bringing Matthews back while Shaman is out? Gary Bird. I don't know, man. I'm like
Didn't he
okay
get
with
picked
it.
up? I thought he was picked up somewhere.
Was he
Indy,
picked up?
right? Indy, I think. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure somebody picked him up just recently. I think it's Indy.
Let's see where he is right now. Garrison Matthews is on Indy. He is on Indy.
Yeah.
So there goes that. There goes that.
Yeah.
There goes that. Appreciate the call, Hooper. But yeah, man, I mean, I think right now they're just going to roll with what they got. I don't think they're going to add another shooter. I think it's just rolling with what they got right now and doing more of an evaluation and seeing what they got. And then when they get to the trade deadline or even before then, make a move and see what else you need.
Yeah.
What do you think, CK?
Yeah, no, I think it's just that simple. Again, yeah, it's that simple. Again, I would like to pay attention to these other teams, like we talked about New Orleans with like Sadiq, but I want to pay attention to some of these teams that are going to be willing to sell, and yeah, but right now to me, it's still an evaluation process. I know the chat is going to hate me saying that because we want results now, but I still feel like we're in that spot right now, and the injuries aren't helping. But yeah. We didn't get a report yet on Shamit's the length of Shamit's injury? I know it's probably going to be some time, but we didn't get like an official report on how long he's going to be out. I was looking
No,
for
we have
it
not
earlier.
gotten
Okay.
it. We have not
I
gotten
didn't miss
anything yet. Yeah, they said it's gonna shout out to Stephen Bondi of the New York Post. They said it's going to take some time, do some evaluation this week to see what's going on. I mean, last year when he separated his shoulder during preseason, he returned during December. So,
Right.
you know, the hope is that he could do the same thing again, take about was essentially like 2 months to return. But then as we all know, it took him a little bit longer than that to get really
Yeah, he was
acclimated into
rough.
the
Yeah.
man,
Mhm.
it took him quite some time. So the hope is he can get back sooner. You know, they called it a sprain. That didn't look like a sprain. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, man, moving forward. So is what it is, man. Is what it is. But appreciate everyone for tuning in. Appreciate all you for tuning in. We'll wrap in a bit and before we head out of here. So let's get to some of the super chats and see what they say. But appreciate everyone for tuning in for another KFTV Postgame Live. Shout out to Rich Daddy 718 for becoming a franchise channel member. Got me on that one. There you go. Shout out to Ray Nobles. Shout out to you for the $5 super chat and for being a KFTV franchise channel member. Started off shaky but finished strong. Great comeback game for Cat. Hopefully this victory will propel them into a winning streak. Yeah, the hope is that they do get stronger after this one, and hopefully Cat can find some rhythm, man. He hasn't really started off the same as he did last season, but hopefully this game can propel him to being a better player. Shout out to VJR4198 for the $5 super chat. Says the Knicks play like I do in 2K26. 3-2 zone, run as fast as you can, pass, and shoot whenever you feel good. This team needs an identity. Says this team is essentially saying this team doesn't have an identity. CK, you think this team doesn't have an identity?
Still think we're figuring it out. I kind of co-sign that.
Okay.
I feel like I know what we want our identity to be. I don't think it's there yet, though.
What is the identity this team wants to be?
I think Mike Brown has echoed it to the moon since he came here. I think he wants this team to be a fast-paced, high-scoring team. But we've been so inconsistent at doing that, and we also don't play defense alongside of it. So I still feel like we need to figure that out. So I think we have an idea of what he wants, but we haven't executed it yet consistently.
Okay.
But we're
There you
only
have
how
it.
many games in, Alex?
16, 17 at this point? Yeah.
All right. We got time.
So We'll take some time. Let's see what Mike Brown can do to help create an identity for this team. Shout out to Nate, New York City 718 for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you. Says going to be at the game against the Hornets on Wednesday. We got to continue these W's. Let's go Knicks. All right. Well, go support the orange and blue down there. And another MSG South Arena. And yeah, man, got to beat the Hornets if you want to keep your hopes alive in this NBA Cup. And then shout out to Nate, New York City 718 again for gifting 5 franchise channel memberships. So shout out to you, Nate, for doing that. Appreciate you. All right. I think this is a good place to wrap, CK. You know, nice light game against the Brooklyn Nets. Nice, good one. Get back in the winning column. Get back in the winning ways. Let's see if the Knicks can continue the winning ways against the Hornets and Bucks this week. So make sure to stay tapped in. Yeah. Shout out to all franchise channel members, man. Shout out to all of you. Shout out to Armin Duda. Shout out to Zach, New York to LA. Got the Shells in here again. Yeah, we got Uncuffed Sports Podcast. Shout out to you. We got T Busy 122. Appreciate you for being in here as well.
Great name.
We got Chris Breezy in here. Shout out to you. Jordan Sherrard. Shout out to you as well. Appreciate all you for tuning in once again, man. Hit that thumbs up button for your boy. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Remember, if you can't catch the show live on YouTube, you can always catch the replay, be part of the replay gang. Shout out to the replay gang as well. Just go to youtube.com/KnicksFanTV and you can catch all the shows here that you missed live. On top of that, if you got to catch us on the go, we're on any audio listening platform, Spotify, Apple, you name it. We are at all locations. On top of that, make sure to subscribe to the newsletter. That's a good way to stay in touch with us to know what is happening with regards to events. Get great content such as all the articles that's been written by our great writers. Top of that, you get to support our sponsors, so you get to learn about all the merch that we got on deck as well. So make sure to subscribe to that newsletter if you haven't already done so. On top of that, make sure you stay tapped in this week. We are going to be doing game of the week. It will be the Milwaukee Bucks, so stay tapped into that. CK, are you going to be doing play-by-play for the Bucks as well?
I'm ready to go. All 81. Let's get it.
There you go. You already heard it. So CK is going to be around to cover that for play-by-play later this week as well. That will be great too. Make sure to stay tapped into the channel. What's tomorrow? Tuesday? Not sure what's going on, but I know that CP is going to be doing another show either Wednesday, so make sure to stay tapped into there as well. And that's about it. Shout out to all of our mods too in the chat. Shout out to our producer Gamba. Shout out to Myra as well for getting the videos ready. Shout out to UCK for a phenomenal job. All right, everyone. Good stuff. We'll catch you later this week. We out.